Good evening and welcome to Miss Netta's Can I Help? How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone has had a really good day. You've gotten some things accomplished that you wanted to get accomplished. Today's topic is really going to be a bit of reflection before Saturday's topic, which, if it goes the way I think it's going to go, and I say I think because I tend to allow God to lead me with the things that I decide to open up and talk about and share with you guys. Today has been a very, very long day, and I'm going to end my night with you guys. I get a lot of joy in talking to you guys, just kind of getting things off of my chest, off my heart, continuously allowing myself to heal as well as helping heal others. There has been some dramatic breakthroughs since I've started this show, and I am so thankful for that. You guys just don't know. I'm so thankful. I've always been a person that wanted to help others, and definitely God is moving, and I am so humbly thankful. Just kind of reflecting back, because I've shared so much with you guys, and it has felt good. It's been therapeutic for the soul. It's definitely been therapeutic for others. A lot of people can relate to some of the things that I've said. I never really pre-write or try to think too hard about what I'm going to share next because I'm trying to not trying, I know that I'm allowing God to lead in this because if it was me, I think I would probably still be kind of quiet. Kind of quiet. You guys can tell that it's a quiet background tonight, no music. That's because I've been doing a whole lot of thinking. A lot of thinking. Like I said, since I started the videos and the show, it's kind of like it's been a lot coming my way. Some good things, some ways to help, being motivational to others, being inspirational, giving good words, being a listening, having a listening ear for others and what they may be going through. God has definitely opened up some doors, and I'm so thankful. You guys just don't know. If you could just see on the inside, right in there on the inside, you'd really see just how joyful I am and excited and so happy that God has sent these people my way. Little old me. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody, and I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. I just can't stress that enough. I'm so thankful. But kind of diving into what I wanted to talk about tonight. The first thing I want to talk about is my God sent sister. She has been so magnificent in my life. I met her at 18, working at, my God, I can't even remember the name of it was a uniform company. I know that, and I worked in the office, and so did she. And it's amazing how God works and how He bonds. He makes a bond between people that are completely strangers in times of need. She's always looked out for me. She's always been there for me. She's always been a voice. Since I was 18 years old, she's never left my side, even when I didn't know whether I was going or coming. She remained right there. She's provided me shelter. Oh my God. I just keep feeling like something on my lip, y'all. It's something right there. Something right there. But she has been a little bit of everything. A mentor, a confidant, a friend, a sister, a shoulder. She shared so many joys that I've had. She's been right there. And I love her so dearly. Her name is Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Hey, boo. She's always right there, and I'm so thankful because she has truly, at times, kept me from going over that edge. And I'm so thankful, and I just wanted to let you know that. You know, that I'm so thankful that you were a part of my life and you did give me some great advice. You were a great teacher and still is. And I can always call you no matter what time of day. I thank God for that. Um, you know, so many times we take things for granted and we never take time to tell people how much we appreciate them. Well, Tracy, I appreciate you. You and my ladybug, I appreciate you. Now, kind of piggybacking off of my last video when I talked about a failed marriage versus, you know, and transitioned into a lesbian lifestyle. You know, there was a lot that happened in the lifestyle. Like I said, it owes me nothing because it was good to me. I met good friends, good people. It had its ups and downs just like life does itself. And, but when God delivered me and it was time for me to move on and do something different, the transitioning wasn't always so easy. But one thing I do know is that no matter what you're going through, no matter how good or bad that situation is, God is going to always see you through. I am a living testimony. He has kept me through so much. I didn't say from so much. I said through so much. He has kept me. And in starting these videos, I've really gotten a chance to reflect and really just be so humbly thankful for the things that he has done and amazed at the things that I made it out of. And I'm sure that a lot of you can look at yourself and say, I really made it out that thing. When it looked like it was so dim and dark and there was no way out. You didn't know what choice to make. You didn't know which way to turn. I'm sure it's a lot of you that have been right there. Maybe not the same situation or scenarios, but you've been there and you understand exactly what I mean. So in my transition from that lifestyle, when God saw fit to keep me through it all, I was still lost, running. I'm talking about I for those that know me know I done kept on some track shoes. Running. Trying my best to run. But, you know, eventually in life I decided to stop running, but then I was running. I was just running. And when I began to transition out, I met this lady. And she was getting ready to move out of town to Indiana. And all I saw as was a way out. Now, my first mess up in that situation was I never should have been leaving with someone that was in the lifestyle when I was transitioning out of the lifestyle, knowing that that was something that I didn't want anymore. But even in that, I thought that there was an understanding that that was something I was doing, which was transitioning out. And no matter what your status is, you wouldn't try to inflict that onto me because you understand that this is something that I'm just not doing anymore. Well, you know, it all worked out and everything was good at first. Yes, I did say at first. It was like I packed up all my things and I left my apartment. I left mom in my apartment and I was gone. Bye. See you later. I'm gone. Running. And I moved got everything transferred as far as medical information and all of that. Got everything transferred over. Uh, when I left and moved to Indiana, I didn't take my oldest two. I took my baby boy at the time, and my oldest two stayed with their grandparents and father. And I moved on to Indiana, and everything was okay for a while. And then this lady decides that she wants me to sleep with her. Well, guess what? I wasn't willing to do it. What did that cause? Oh, it caused a whole lot of chaos. I moved there. I hadn't yet started a job. I'm staying with her. Initially in my own little room, Not a bad situation initially at all. But I was job hunting. I had my son. I was working on getting him in daycare, just really trying to set up life here in another state, Indiana. Well, because I wouldn't sleep with her, she put me and my baby out. Okay. When we got put out, of course, I'm in Indiana. I know absolutely positively no one. No one but me and my baby and this lady that I moved to Indiana with. And so at that point, me and my baby are homeless. Okay? It's wintertime. Funny how things always happen to me in the wintertime, The wintertime when it's cold. So we're in Indiana and we're homeless, and this person that at this point had survived quite a bit had learned some things, had been taught some things, had picked up some things, has to put this survival mentality into play yet again. Okay, I'll do that. I started looking up resources and trying to find a place to stay, realizing I didn't have any money. Just really kind of messed up. So, homeless, nowhere to go, determined that I wasn't going to go back home. And even at that time, I couldn't just jump up and go right back home because I was homeless. Excuse me, you guys. Yeah, my apologies. So yeah, I couldn't just jump up and, go back home because I'm grown, I'm an adult. I didn't want mom to worry. I didn't just so many different things at that time went through my mind. But I guess for me, it was determination even at that time that failure was not an option no matter what. So, nowhere to go, nowhere to turn at that particular moment. Of course, like I said, I didn't want to call mom. Knew she really didn't have it, but because I was her child, she would have done whatever she had to do to make sure that she could get it to me, but I didn't want to worry her like that. Eventually, I ended up calling my mom's boss, and he sent money to me, and I did what I needed to do. But in the meantime, in between time, I was yet homeless. So what I would do is I would, at nighttime, I would pull up to Walmart's parking lot. I would run the car and let it get really warm in the car. I had blankets and stuff like that. And I would keep it warm so that my son would be okay. And once it got warm, I would turn the car off and I would attempt to lay down and go to sleep. Not really much sleeping because, of course, I'm worried. I'm concerned. Um, I don't know what to do. I'm homeless. So I warm the car up and get it nice and toasty. We go to sleep. And when I would come to and realize that it would start getting cold in there again, I crank the car back up and let it heat up some more in there. So, he would be okay. So finally, um, after a little time of doing that, maybe like a week or so, um, I seek shelter. And it was a woman's shelter. I think it was like a family shelter. I could take my son there with me, but of course he had already endured being homeless. I didn't want him to necessarily have to endure this. So what I did was, in the process of it all, I got a job while I was homeless, but of course I hadn't got a paycheck or anything like that, and I had received some money. So what I did was, that weekend that came, I took my baby back to Memphis and let him stay for 2 weeks. I went back to Indiana after I took him to Memphis, and I stayed for 2 weeks in the shelter. And the shelter helped me get an apartment. So I moved into the apartment. I went back to Memphis and got my son. And because it wasn't that far away, I ended up all the time going home every weekend. But here's the thing in it all. I hadn't yet let go of Memphis. I hadn't yet let go of the reason that I had even ran to Indiana. I was running from so much hurt and pain, or what I thought was hurt and pain at the time. I was running from that. And even in it all, God kept me. With being homeless with my child, He blessed me to be able to take my baby back home and get back and still begin to build a life for myself. Now, there was a lot in running back and forth from Indiana to Memphis, because it was only 4 hours away. Things happened on one of those times that I came home and my car was wrecked. So it took a lot for me to even get back to Indiana. So after I had gotten established, gotten an apartment, got my baby in daycare, going to work just so much, now here this comes, and my car is now wrecked. So that famous, God sister of mine, Mo, yes, she eventually took me back to Indiana. But the thing about it was, when I went back to Indiana, I was just going back to get my things to move back to Memphis, to the place that I was running from. To yet again, basically try to make it through it all. I've been blessed. I've been so blessed in the midst of everything that has gone on in my life. I've been so very blessed. And I'd give nothing for anything that I've been through in life, because it built me from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. It built me. And it's funny how when you're going through things, you don't really realize how strong you are. You don't really realize how much strength you have, what God has equipped you with. You don't really you don't we don't realize that at times, and that's just what it is. But I know what it's like to be homeless. I do. But that too did not break me. It only made me stronger. During this time in my life, I had to be about 25, 26, somewhere up in that age when, this was going on. But it was definitely a lesson well learned. But I'm just thankful that I knew how to survive. I'm thankful that God kept me even in that. A lot of times when we do things that is against God's will, He will allow us to go through some things just to teach us that we must always follow Him. We must always listen to that quiet, still voice in our head and allow Him to use us in the way that He would want to use us. No, again, I'm not perfect. No, I don't have all the answers. I don't a lot of times know what to do. I have to pray my way through it. But I'm honest and I'm real. And I try to do my best to help in any shape, form, or fashion that I can. I try to bridle my tongue on some things that I say because I can definitely be swift with my tongue. But I'm not perfect. God is yet working on me, and I'm not going to stop until I have it completely right. That's my word. I will not stop. As long as I got my breath in my body, I have more than enough chances to get it right, and so do you. So do you. You know, we just have to trust God in everything that we do. But yes, Miss Netta has been homeless, but I have had a great support system, especially later on in life. I have had a really good support system. I definitely have a wonderful mentor, a wonderful mentor. He definitely keeps me on my toes. He does. He watches my videos and calls and lets me know what I need to do different or if I was on point, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the big things. I'm thankful for the little things. I'm just thankful. I just ask that you guys pray for me as I continue to pray for you all. Um, I definitely am a resourceful person. And if I don't have the answer for you, I'll definitely find the answer or we'll work on it together. But again, there really wasn't, because I keep my word, I wanted to come on and tell you guys, just do a little reflection. I said every Tuesday and every Saturday, and I'm a woman of my word, so I wanted to make sure that I come on and at least share a little time with you guys before really I go to bed. I just got off work and I'm a bit tired and my brain has been in overload. Not so much in thinking about what I wanted to talk to you guys about, but honestly in dealing with some things, with some people and being encouraging and helping others is definitely in full effect. So I'm spreading a little bit of me everywhere and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. But like I told you guys, and I tell you guys in every single video that I have for you guys, the best of my life is the rest of my life. But the past of my life, I'll continuously share it, share it with you guys. I told you I'm so tired. But look forward to Saturday as I begin to speak on domestic violence. Okay? Okay. I love you guys. You be blessed. And I will see you Saturday. Love you.